Hello students, in this video we are going to discuss about the total internal reflection, that is the TIR. What is meant by TIR? Under which conditions it takes place? What is meant by critical angle? These terms we are going to discuss here. The phenomenon in which a ray of light traveling at angle of incidence greater than critical angle from denser to rarer medium is totally reflected back into the denser medium is called total internal reflection. We'll explain the same concept with the help of a suitable diagram. Come to this ray diagram. Assume that this is a source of light and it is in a medium called denser medium of refractive index N1, and the light is traveling from the source, that means from denser medium to rarer medium, and the rarer medium has the refractive index N2. Here we will discuss few points. Suppose say at point A, when the ray is traveling from the source incident at the interface of the two media normally, that is at point A, then in this case angle of incidence is 0 and angle of refraction also 0. That means the light ray is traveling from denser to rarer medium at point A without any deviation. Suppose say if the ray is traveling like this and incident on the point B, angle of incidence is theta 1 and angle of refraction is theta 2. Here angle of refraction theta 2 is more than angle of incidence theta 1 whenever it is traveling from rarer to denser medium. Denser to rarer medium. Suppose say when the ray is incident at point C, that means here angle of incidence is increased, then angle of refraction also increased. Angle of incidence is equal to theta sub c. That means at certain particular angle of incidence, the angle of refraction became 90 degrees. That is the condition only possible if the ray travels from denser to rarer medium. In all these cases, when the ray is incident at point A, point B and point C, some part of the light is traveling into rarer medium and some part of the light is reflected in the same medium. But if angle of incidence is more than critical angle is denoted with theta sub c. When angle of incidence is more than critical angle, the ray will be reflected back into the same medium without entering into rarer medium. That means 100% of light is reflected in the same denser medium. This phenomenon is called total internal reflection. So we can support the definition of total internal reflection like this: the phenomenon in which a ray of light traveling at an angle of incidence greater than critical angle from denser to rarer medium is totally reflected back into the denser medium is called total internal reflection. Now, if you apply Snell's law at when angle of incidence is equal to critical angle and angle of refraction is 90 degrees. So, we are taking in medium 1 refractive index is N1. So from Snell's law, we can write N1 sin theta suffix c is equal to N2 sin of angle of refraction, that is N2 sin of 90 degrees, N1 sin of theta c. We can write the same N1 divided by N2 is equal to 1 by sin of theta c. Instead of taking N1 and N2, we can take like this also. Refractive index of denser medium with respect to refractive index of rarer medium is equal to 1 by sin theta c. Now we can write the same. Refractive index of denser medium with respect to rarer medium can be written as like this is equal to 1 by sin of critical angle. That means refractive index and critical angle are having inversely proportional relation. Okay. If refractive index of rarer medium is equal to 1, that means nothing but air, and refractive index of denser medium is equal to n, then we'll get n is equal to 1 by sin theta c. Here refractive index and critical angle are inversely proportional relation. That means the refractive index of any medium is equal to the reciprocal of the sine of its critical angle. For example, if you take water, its refractive index is 1.33 and its critical angle will be nearly 48.75 degrees, and refractive index of diamond n is equal to 2.42 and its corresponding critical angle is 24.41 degrees. Here, for the formation of total internal reflection, we have the two conditions. So, what are the conditions? For total internal reflection, that means when the total internal reflection takes place. Condition 1. So the angle of incidence must be greater than critical angle, and the second one is the ray should travel from denser medium to rarer medium. These are the two conditions. These two conditions should be satisfied. So finally, what we have discussed here, what is meant by total internal reflection and what are the conditions of total internal reflection, and what is meant by critical angle. Critical angle. In the previous diagram, we have discussed at certain particular angle of incidence in denser medium, the angle of refraction became 90 degrees. So, the angle of incidence in the denser medium for which the angle of refraction in the given rarer medium is 90 degrees. This is about total internal reflection. And the application of the total internal reflection are important. We will discuss in the next video. If you require any particular topic, please comment in the box. I will try to make the video on the particular required concept. Thank you.